back, everyone. You're listening to the official English channel, where improving your English feels natural and enjoyable. I'm Sophia, and I'm really glad to be here with you today.
And I'm John. It's great to see you, Sophia. You look unusually awake this morning.
Do I really? Well, I guess I should thank the giant cup of coffee I had before coming here.
Coffee does have a way of turning a slow morning into something much brighter. And it appears we're talking about coffee again.
Somehow, our conversations always find their way back to coffee.
True, but today there's a reason. Coffee actually fits perfectly into the topic we're diving into.
Really? Now I'm curious.
Yes, today we're focusing on something energetic, noisy, and constantly moving.
I think I know where this is going. Are we exploring life in a big city?
Exactly. We're going to talk about what an ordinary day looks like in a major city.
That's a great idea. So many of our listeners experience city life every day, and big cities operate in a completely different rhythm than small towns.
Much faster. Everything moves quickly. People, traffic, schedules, and we're going to talk about commuting, crowds, noise, and the vocabulary that comes with urban living.
Sounds exciting, but before we jump into the whirlwind of city routines,
Yes,
we'd like to ask a small favor from our listeners.
that's right. If learning English with us has been useful to you, please take a moment to hit the like button.
It only takes a second, but it supports the channel a lot.
And don't forget to subscribe to the official English channel so we can keep bringing you new lessons every week. If you know someone who's also curious about English or city life, feel free to share this episode with them.
Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the real heart of the conversation.
All right, picture a big city in your mind. Maybe New York, London, Tokyo, or São Paulo.
I can almost see it. Tall towers, endless streets, and constant noise.
That's the picture. So let's start at the beginning of the day. How does morning usually start in a large city?
Well, for me, it starts with an alarm clock that's loud enough to wake the entire neighborhood.
Same here. And most people in big cities wake up early because their commute is long.
Speaking of commute, that's an important word for our listeners. Your commute is the trip from your home to your workplace.
Exactly. And in a big city, that simple trip can sometimes feel like an expedition.
Sometimes exciting, sometimes frustrating.
How do you commute, Sophia? Do you drive?
Oh, no. Driving in the city is something I avoid at all costs. The traffic is just too stressful.
I completely agree. So, public transportation?
Yes, I usually take the subway.
The subway, the underground train system.
Right. Some cities call it the metro or the tube, but it's the same idea.
I take the subway as well. And honestly, it's a love-hate relationship.
Let me guess. The crowds?
Exactly. Especially around 8 in the morning when rush hour hits.
Rush hour is another key phrase. It's the time when everyone is traveling to work or school, so everything there's extremely busy.
People everywhere, on the stairs, on the platforms, in the trains.
And you're usually standing shoulder to shoulder with strangers.
Very close, sometimes uncomfortably close.
At moments like that, it feels as if everyone is packed together like items in a tiny box.
Yes, that expression describes the situation perfectly. It's not pleasant, but the subway is fast.
Much faster than the bus, especially when the streets are crowded.
Do you ever take the bus?
I do, but mostly when I'm not in a hurry. I enjoy the view through the windows. You can actually see the city around you.
That's the nice part. On the subway, all you get is a dark tunnel.
Exactly, but buses have their downsides too.
Traffic jams.
Yes, when there are too many cars and nothing moves, it's incredibly frustrating.
You just sit there hearing car horns everywhere.
Cities can be extremely noisy. Cars honking, emergency sirens, crowds talking, engines running.
And let's not forget construction work. There's always some building being repaired or a new one going up.
Always. Big cities are constantly building, rebuilding, and expanding.
Speaking of tall buildings, skyscrapers are one of my favorite things about city skylines.
Mine too. A skyscraper is so tall, it feels like it reaches the clouds.
When I look up at them, I feel tiny. But at night, when the lights turn on, the view is incredible.
After surviving the morning commute, you arrive at work. And for many people, the first thing they do is grab another cup of coffee.
The second cup of the day, yes. And then the workday truly begins. But Sophia, what about lunch?
Lunch in a city is an adventure on its own. There are so many options.
Almost too many. Do you bring lunch from home?
Sometimes, especially when I'm trying to save money, but on other days, I like exploring street food.
Food trucks are amazing for that. They're basically mobile kitchens.
You can find anything, tacos, noodles, sandwiches, you name it.
And it's usually quick, which is important because everyone is in a rush.
That's so true. City people walk at high speed. If you walk slowly, someone will probably try to pass you.
They might even politely ask you to move aside.
That's the hustle and bustle of the city, the constant movement and noise.
It gives the city its unique energy, energizing and exhausting at the same time.
After the workday ends, it's time for the journey home.
Everyone is tired, the subway becomes quiet, people stare at their phones or read or sometimes sleep.
I once saw someone sleeping while standing. That's a skill.
It really is.
And once you finally get home, the city is still full of life.
That's the thing about big cities. They keep moving even when you feel completely done for the day. People say certain cities never sleep, and that's not far from the truth.
Restaurants stay open late, movies run into the night, theaters have evening shows, and shopping centers are still buzzing.
Do you usually go out at night?
On weekends, yes. During the week, I prefer staying at home and relaxing on the couch.
I get that. But meeting friends for dinner after a long day can be refreshing.
And in big cities, you can find food from every culture. Italian, Japanese, Indian, Mexican. Whatever you're craving is probably just a few blocks away.
That's one of the best things about living in a diverse place. The city becomes a little world where everything mixes together.
People, languages, traditions, food, everything blends. It's exciting.
But sometimes all of that energy feels overwhelming.
I agree. The noise, the traffic, the concrete everywhere, it can get too intense.
That's why having access to green space is so important.
Absolutely. Every major city has some kind of big park. It's like stepping into a calm bubble away from the noise.
Like Central Park in New York or Hyde Park in London. You walk inside and instantly feel a different kind of atmosphere.
I like finding a quiet bench, watching birds, or just taking a slow walk. It helps reset my mind.
And for a little while, you forget about the deadlines, the honking cars, the crowded trains.
Exactly. It's all about finding balance. The busier the city, the more important it is to take breaks.
Do you think you'd ever move to a small town?
Maybe later in life. Right now, I enjoy the energy of the city too much.
I feel the same. I might complain about rush hour,
Who doesn't?
but I love having everything close by.
Shops, clinics, entertainment, almost everything is within reach.
If you suddenly want a snack at midnight, chances are there's a store open somewhere.
That convenience is one of the biggest advantages of city living.
And there's another interesting part of the city routine: fashion.
Yes, big cities often feel like walking fashion runways. People dress sharp, especially around business districts.
Suits, polished shoes, elegant dresses. Everyone looks ready for an important meeting.
But you also see some very unique outfits, and nobody judges. You could wear a bright yellow jacket and no one would even blink.
That freedom is part of what makes big cities special. You can be yourself.
Let's go over some of the city vocabulary we mentioned today so our listeners can review.
Good idea. We talked about commuting, the daily travel between home and work.
Rush hour, the busiest travel time when the streets and trains are packed.
Subway, the train system running underground.
Traffic jam, when cars get stuck and barely move.
Skyscraper, extremely tall buildings that shape the city skyline.
And hustle and bustle, the constant movement and noise of city life.
These are important words, especially if you plan to visit or live in a major city.
And they'll help you understand conversations, signs, movies, everything related to urban living.
Speaking of cities, it's very easy to get lost when everything starts to look the same.
I've been there. My best advice is to use the map on your phone. It saves so much time.
That's a very modern solution, but an effective one. And if your phone dies, asking someone is always an option.
You can ask where the nearest subway station is or where you can find a good cafe.
Priorities. Finding good coffee is always important.
Always.
Talking about all of this makes me want to take a long walk somewhere in the city.
Where would you go?
Probably to a park, and then maybe grab a pretzel or something from a nearby food stand.
That actually sounds lovely.
But unfortunately, we're running out of time today.
Time moves so fast when we're talking, just like it does in the city.
I really enjoyed this conversation, and I hope our listeners did as well.
Yes, and we'd love to hear from all of you.
Tell us, do you live in a big city or a small town?
And what do you like most about your everyday environment? Maybe the peace, maybe the activity. Everyone has a different favorite part.
Share your thoughts in the comments section. It's a great way to practice your English.
And before you leave, remember to subscribe to the official English channel.
Hit the like button if you learned something new today,
And feel free to share this episode with a friend who might enjoy it.
especially someone who spends a lot of time commuting.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
You're amazing. Have a wonderful day wherever you are.
Goodbye for now. We'll see you again soon.
Take care.